Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I just want to talk a little bit about the original Ratchet and Clank trilogy way back on the PS2. As you guys know, I've been covering the PS2 a little bit lately. I dug it out of my closet and I've been reminiscing a little bit of all the classic games. And just oh man, it's such a classic system, such a great system, such a huge library of games. And I've just been feeling some nostalgia lately for the PS2 for some reason. I hooked it up to my 4K TV. I've got it hooked up to a high-end HDMI converter. Upscale the image to try to make it look modern. I mean, I'm still trying to find like the best way what I can do to make the PS2 feel somewhat modern. Try and make it look a little bit, at least look decent on my TV. But it's not easy, man. These systems were developed for CRTs in mind, and that's why Sony needs to put out more high quality remasters. The fact of the matter is, though, they don't put as much effort in as Microsoft does. So nothing's gonna beat the originals, man. All these remasters and stuff, the originals are where it's at. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. I think some of the ports, aren't too bad. But when I look at Ratchet Deadlocked on the PS3, I mean, my God, the thing is a nightmare. I mean, look up some of the footage of that on YouTube if you want to see what I'm talking about with Sony's laziness when it comes to these remasters. But, anyways, that aside, I want to talk about why I think this game in the Ratchet and Clank trilogy is underrated and why I think it's actually better than Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal for the PS2. So, don't get me wrong, Ratchet and Clank 1 was a great game. It was like a great starting point for the series. It really did get the game, it got the series started, right? It was a good prototype. It was a good entry into the series to kick it off. It does, in my opinion, have a better storyline than the remake on PS4. I played through the remake on PS4. I think it was last year, and I think that this one is actually much better. I like the storyline more. It was a little bit more edgy, which I want from a T-rated game. That's exactly what I'm looking for. The PS4 version, it got more childish, and it was, it really dumbed down, it watered down a lot of what made this game stand out. If you've never played it before, you won't understand what I'm talking about. But they took a lot of the heart and soul of Ratchet away in this series. You could tell in this game he was edgy, he was young, he was ambitious, and he just had that edge to him, that character to him. And they took that away from him in the PS4 remake. I was really disappointed. It wasn't the same. The gameplay, in my opinion, was improved. It had a lot of the refined controls and the level weapon, levels, the weapons leveling up. It had the health leveling up, all that refinements over the years from the series. But in terms of the storyline, that's where I think they messed up. It wasn't the same. This game, in my opinion, was better. All right, but let's move on to the Going Commando. Why do I think that this game is the best one in the series? Plain and simple, really, they haven't changed much in the series since this game. This game was the perfect sequel. It really perfected the series. I don't have the original case art. This is what GameStop had back in, oh god, for the PS2 games back in, I think it was like 2007, 2008. I don't even know. It was a long, long time ago. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they did this, but anyways, so this series, this is where it really, I think, got perfected. Just the refined controls, the weapons leveling up, the improved, the leveling up your health by defeating enemies, the mini games that they added, a bunch of the extra stuff that they added after you beat the game, like first person mode, tons of surprises, even after you beat the game compared to the first one. They really did add in a lot of extra stuff into the Going Commando. I really like how you could upgrade your ship, your spaceship. That's something that you basically couldn't do in the original. I say basically, I mean like you do get more ships later on. You get different ones, and you get like improved spaceships. But this game, you can actually control your spaceship in like space battles and stuff like that, and you can actually upgrade your ship. Just a lot of like just unique stuff that was added to this game. A lot of collectibles. There was more collectibles added. They had two levels in the game where You could go through, explore the whole area, and they had different like little collectibles that you could get and sell them for more cash. I really like that. That was something that they added in. That this game, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, followed suit. It had a sewer level, the classic sewer levels, right? Yep, this game has one too. Um, but I really don't understand why this game is actually regarded more highly than this one. They actually took a lot of stuff out of Up Your Arsenal. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Up Your Arsenal too. Okay, I probably spent more time on this game compared to the other two actually when I was a kid. I put well into over 100 hours into this game. I got level 8 on all of my weapons. I maxed out my health. I got, I think, all the trophies in the game. I mean, I did a lot of shit in this game, okay? I spent a lot of time playing this. So I love Up Your Arsenal, but it simply is not as good as going Commando. Now, I recently listened to a podcast on YouTube. I think it was called Useless Podcasts. And it actually has developer commentary on this game. And I learned a lot about this game and why a lot of things were removed. You know, like, for example, there's a gadget in the game called the Reflector, where you basically can solve these little puzzles, and you can redirect these laser beams into certain targets to open doors and stuff like that so you can advance. Well, originally you had to compete in a race. Yeah, that's another thing that Going Commando added. They added different, like, a ton of different mini games and stuff like that, and reasons to backtrack, which a lot of that stuff was removed in Up Your Arsenal. It's exactly why I think that Going Commando was better. But anyways, you were originally supposed to win a race, but they took that out because they were under extreme crunch when they were developing this game, basically. So the idea was that you were supposed to compete in a race and win the race to get the reflector so you could progress through the game and, you know, use the reflector to solve this little puzzle, basically. Well, that idea had to be changed because they didn't have enough time, I guess, to finish the race. And so instead, the reflector is just given to you at the beginning of this puzzle stage. And I did always find that a little strange, but I didn't think too much of it. Well, now that I know the behind the scenes, you know, what was going on with this extreme deadlines that they were under, now I understand why it was like that. So, yeah, pretty disappointing, though, when you see when you actually listen to their podcast and you hear just how much had to be changed and how difficult it was for the team to actually get this game finished. It's kind of disappointing, and it's amazing, and I'm sure it's even more amazing to them that this game was like, I think this game got like a 90-something on Metacritic. It was extremely high, extremely well received when it launched. Even more highly received than Going Commando, and even though it has less content in the game, I don't get it. But anyways, that's my opinion. That's why I think Going Commando is the best. This game's what perfected the series. This one's the best in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What is your favorite Ratchet and Clank game of all time? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.